premise of doing this for cheaper than the Netflix subscription. What you're going to do is you're going to ask for the list of the properties that didn't sell at the tax deed auction, okay? The next thing you're gonna do, you're gonna get the list, put it in a spreadsheet, whatever that budget you have is. Maybe you have $300. You're gonna take the spreadsheet and you're simply just gonna sort from A to Z, basically from the cheapest opening, or from the cheapest property to the most expensive, and how much it costs to buy that. Say you only have $280, the cost of your Netflix. So if something is $300, delete it from your list, and then you will be left with a list of properties that fit your budget for cheaper than the price of the Netflix subscription. So at this point, what you'll do is you'll use simple free resources. You'll use, Google Earth, Streets and Trips, Zillows, all this cool stuff that's available now. We have technology that's free to us that was like the biggest government secrets back in the day. The government has a satellite where they can see neighborhoods and see you. You can use that stuff for free to get some intel, and once you get that intel, if it looks good, if you live in that area, just drive to the property, check it out. Anything within a couple hours, go see. However, you can do this stuff now virtually, which is awesome. And one of the ways that you do this virtually is there's sites like TaskRabbit or AirTasker or WeGoLook, and for like 20, 30 bucks, you can send somebody to go take photos of the properties that you're interested in. Now, the cool thing about some cheap land and lots is a lot of the times you'll find little pieces of land in cities, in small towns. You can buy this, you can flip it to the neighbor, you could put a billboard on it. Heck, you could put it on one of those campsite websites, rent it out nightly. You need to get creative to get into this business. But what I can assure you, if you take a fraction of the time that you're already spending online and on Netflix and doing all this stuff and put it into this business, you can turn a couple $100 into a couple thousand into a couple 100,000, and so on. You just need to stick to it and take some action, right? Watching videos is fun, but if you don't combine it with action, you're never gonna get anywhere, and you'll be in the same place this time next year, except inflation will be through the roof and our purchasing power goes down. So for me, back in the day working a job, I realized that I was never going to meet my life goals of being, financially independent, being able to travel if I just continued working on an oil rig. So obviously at first it's uncomfortable. You might be up against your family or your spouse who doesn't support you. That was definitely the case for me back in the day. And the thing is, the irony of it all is it could be up to you to pioneer this, and then once they start seeing some checks and all of a sudden you're taking them on a vacation, then you become a superstar.